Brad Johnson here from Johnson.audio, and I'm here to continue in the Write Your Own Songs series. Today I'm going to take a little bit of a detour. We have already discussed what kind of songwriter you are, the verse, the chorus, and the second verse and bridge. And now I want to address song structure. So we've been doing this video series as a way to kind of dive deeper into the foundation of your song, the whys of your song, and the message of your song. We're not really talking about arrangements, we're not talking about chord progressions, we're not talking about melodies, we're just talking strictly about what kind of songwriter you are and what kind of messages that you want to deliver to your world, and a framework on how it is that you can best deliver that song. And so we've been discussing more in terms of traditional songs of a verse, chorus, second verse, chorus, bridge, chorus song structure, which is just a very, very, very common song structure you're going to hear in a lot of songs. But I don't want to just trap you in that box. Some people might be listening to this and thinking to themselves, well, I'm an instrumentalist, or, I just kind of write what I feel, and I don't want to be stuck in these kind of frameworks or boxes, which is totally fine. So I just want to encourage you that if this is you, to continue to just own it, just own that. Continue to go down that path. I've written songs that have been very abnormally structured as songs. Sometimes the best songs are just linear, where they just start at one spot and just kind of grow, and the arrangement kind of just carries it. Some songs, like the Bob Dylan song that I mentioned, Girl from North Country, in the verse video, is really just benefited from the fact that, it really doesn't have a traditional song structure to it. It's kind of more just a bunch of verses. There's some songs that I really love. Some more contemporary artists like Bon Iver, he has a song off his new album, 22 Million, called 715 Creeks. And that song has no real song structure, but it just carries a weight, it carries an emotion, it carries a sound that just brings you into it. You feel it, it's just great. And another thing I want to also just throw out there too, when it comes to writing songs and just kind of the atypical way of doing it, is, I've been talking a lot about words and the lyrics, and sometimes if you are, the thing that's beautiful about music is that it just emotes in ways that other art forms can't. Like, you can hear a song that's in a foreign language and it still connects with you, and you still feel it, and you're moved by it. So again, when it comes to lyrics, I've been giving kind of more of just like a traditional, like, look at it to give you a framework and give you an idea of how, if you're going to be writing very, very well heard words, just kind of the different things you should be thinking about in the different areas of the song. And so, but there are some songwriters where they sing very unintelligibly. You can't really pick out the words at first listen, but they sing in such a way that you just can't help but be captivated. So just remember that as you are writing your songs, that sometimes it's an art form, there are no rules. However it is that you feel and you want to get a message across, good on you. Do it that way, whatever feels right. At the end of the day, we just feel like we have music inside of us that we want to get out to the world, and however that comes out is the best way for you. So don't take any of this stuff as the hard and fast rules. I do believe working in some of these traditional song structures will help you create, I hate to say, more approachable songs, just because people are so familiar with it. So I wouldn't worry too hard on that aspect of songwriting. So just remember that it's an art form. There's no wrong way to do it. Whatever works for you, go for it. So if you have to sing a bunch of nonsense lyrics and maybe fill in the gaps later, that's how you do it. If you have lyrics in your head but you're missing a melody, or you're maybe missing that chorus, work around it. Just don't write the chorus yet, and just wait for that inspiration to come, and then fill in those gaps. Really, at the end of the day, writing is going to be the most important thing for you. Don't worry so much about how you get there. Just use the framework that I've given as a way to kind of encourage you and give you some idea, and like maybe fill in the blanks. But again, the songwriting world is your oyster. There are no rules. There are so many popular songs out there that don't follow traditional song structures. There's so many brilliant songs that are massively influential in my life that don't have traditional song structures or even intelligible lyrics. And think about Sigur Rós, for example. They made up their own language, and they have such emotionally impactful music. I mean, listen to one of their albums and tell me you don't want to be brought to tears. And they're not even singing real words, they just made it up. And so just use that as inspiration as well as you move forward, that the thing that's inside of you, that music that's inside of you, as long as you know it is from that deep part of your soul, getting it out to the world is going to connect. People are going to feel it because it's true, it's unique, and it's something that only you can bring to the table. So I just wanted to give that quick little songwriting update just during this series to kind of encourage you about how to go about it. So we'll see you next time. Thank you for listening.